I think it's good to have a reputation in the marketplace. I think it's good to have a reputation within your family, where there needs to be a certain level of fear and respect where a man imposes, but you don't have to use.
Welcome to an invigorating journey into the mind of Patrick Bet-David, a visionary entrepreneur and thought leader. In this series, we delve into the dynamic realms of power, resilience, and the quintessence of manhood. Bet-David guides us through the intricacies of embracing and wielding power, the relentless battle against life's inherent entropy, and the profound characteristics that define a real man. We'll explore the crucial aspect of nurturing inner strength, a trait paramount to personal and professional success. Join us as we navigate these compelling themes, each offering a unique perspective on harnessing one's potential, confronting challenges, and embodying the true essence of strength and leadership. Prepare to be inspired, challenged, and transformed.
You ever read the book Power versus Force? I'm certain you've read the book.
Actually.
Okay, Power versus Force. A guy like you, good luck putting it down. It's written for a guy like you. So the author, David Schwartz, talks about different levels we go to where we calibrate. At the bottom, whatever these 8 levels are, you're trying to force life. And then the next levels, you actually start gaining power. You start becoming powerful, right? So at the bottom, the lowest level of calibration he talks about is shame, then it's guilt, apathy, fear, anger, pride, desire, like I desire drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. First level of consciousness that you start gaining power and control of your life is courage. You have the courage to be wrong. You have the courage to fail. You have the courage to talk to people you disagree with. Courage. Then it goes willingness, then it goes acceptance, then it goes neutrality, like I can stay neutral, like you have a very high score. If you look at the book, your score is going to be high because you have courage, you're willing, you're able to stay neutral and process both sides of the story. Acceptance, then it goes love, joy, peace, enlightenment. And enlightenment, there's only been 2 or 3 they put at that level. This is when you're talking about Jesus, people like that. In regards to the aggression you're talking about, or the power, why should somebody have, fight for the power, or how to go about getting the power, it all comes back down to what level of a life you want to live.
Bet-David begins by highlighting the crucial role of power in achieving success. He defines power as not merely a position or title, but as the capacity to pursue and realize one's vision and goals with unwavering determination. It's about harnessing the strength and aggression needed to make impactful decisions and to drive forward with ambition and purpose. He elaborates on the concept of power as a force that fuels the pursuit of one's vision and goals. Bet-David emphasizes that power is about having the influence and resources to turn aspirations into reality. It involves strategic thinking, decisive action, and the ability to navigate challenges with confidence and control. Further, Bet-David explores the delicate balance between selfishness and selflessness in the context of power, especially in leadership roles. He discusses how effective leaders use power not just for personal gain, but as a tool for the greater good. The balance lies in using power to lead and inspire, while also focusing on personal development and ambition.
So as we're talking about aggression or power or any of that stuff, somebody may be listening to this and they're going to say, man, you are not my cup of tea. Totally get it. I'm not for everybody. But the right person watching this, they're going to be like, that makes a lot of sense. I've never seen selfishness explained that way before. That makes a lot of sense. I've never heard Milton Friedman explaining greed that way before. That makes a lot of sense about power. Okay, let me find a way for me to become a net positive to society. And then you kind of go through that process. But we got a lot of words that we have a hard time with because somebody told us it's a bad word. Be powerful, have power, be selfish, greed. No, I don't ever want to have any of those, and I don't want to be lucky. When you break it down and you actually look at it, people who ended up winning at the highest level, they got lucky, they seek power, they had selfish desires, they were greedy, ended up having the life that they had, and they were more of a positive to society than people who didn't have those 4 things.
Bet-David opens with a discussion on the indispensable role of aggression and determination in overcoming life's myriad challenges. He asserts that in the face of adversity, a passive approach is seldom effective. Instead, he champions a more aggressive stance, not in terms of hostility, but as a form of intense focus and unwavering determination. This aggression, Bet David argues, is key to pushing through obstacles and advancing towards one's goals. He then addresses the concept of entropy, the natural tendency towards chaos and disorder in all aspects of life. Bet David explains that entropy is an ever-present challenge, both in personal endeavors and professional ventures. Recognizing this, he emphasizes the importance of being proactive and relentless in our efforts to counteract this tendency and maintain order and progress. Furthermore, Bet David highlights the role of aggression as a valuable tool in transforming chaotic situations into ordered ones. He suggests that aggression, when channeled constructively, can inject the necessary energy and drive to break through stagnation and create order from disorder. This strategic use of aggression, according to Bet David, is essential for anyone aiming to succeed in an ever-changing and challenging world.
What should a real man be like? I believe there are a set of things that I am perfectly comfortable laying out, saying, this is what I think. What should a real man be like? What are the qualifications?
What should a real man be like? For me, I had a man, Monty, he would say something. He would say, your house, every 90 days, they should feel the fire, but not enough to burn a house down. But every 90 days, your kids should see what you're capable of. Okay? Where they're like, ooh, I just saw that side of dad. Okay? And his reference was with your people you're working with your salespeople. Now, today, God forbid you say this on HuffPo. They're going to say, you have mental issues. Okay? Yeah. You need to go to therapy. You need to go hire Jack Nicholson to go through a real life of anger management, and you're Adam Sandler, and you have issues, you have anger issues. But there needs to be a certain level of fear and respect where a man imposes, but you don't have to use. The reason why they call it a great equalizer, the gun, is because you knew I had it, but that doesn't mean I use it. What's the whole purpose of jujitsu or martial arts? Is for the other person to know, look, bro, you just don't want to fight. That's all there is to it. I have no desire to fight you. But if we do fight, it's going to be very bad. There's this video on TikTok and Instagram that went viral. And this father is outside. This guy's punking his daughter every time he walks by. He says, bro, what's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? The guy's swinging. He says, don't do this. I don't want to do this to you. He starts swinging. He says, I'm telling you again, don't do this. I'm going to hurt you. The last time he does, the dad picks him up, drops him to the ground, drops him, grabs his hands, doesn't punch him one time. He said, how many times did I tell you don't do this? I know what I'm doing. Cops come, take him and go away, right? The marketplace should know what you're capable of. Now, to get to that point takes a while. When you're a kid, when I talk to my kids and we talk about the values and principles we have where we lead, respect, improve, love, we don't get bullied and we don't bully. That's our principles that we have. My son knows. The market today for him is the school he goes to. The school just needs to know what you're capable of one time. Marketing's going to do its part. Everyone's going to talk to each other. You don't need to do it 50 times. You don't need to do it 100 times. You need to do it one time. Once they know, the other people are like, you know what? Not the biggest guy, but I just don't want to mess with that guy because he's annoying. He's going to keep fighting you. Leave that guy alone. Let me pick on this guy, right? And then that guy's job is to do the same thing. So from that perspective, I think it's good to have a reputation in the marketplace. I think it's good to have a reputation within your family.
Bet David starts by emphasizing the importance of strength in manhood, not just physical, but mental and emotional resilience. However, he stresses that true strength lies not in its display, but in its wise and judicious use. A real man knows when to exert strength and when to hold back, combining courage with caution and force with understanding. He then discusses the complex relationship between respect, fear, and love in the roles a man assumes as a leader, a partner, a father. Bette David points out that a real man cultivates respect, sometimes even fear, but never at the expense of love and trust. He navigates these dynamics with care, ensuring that his actions command respect and instill a sense of security, while also fostering a nurturing and loving environment. Furthermore, Bette David delves into the role of love in manhood. He argues that a real man leads with love, showing compassion and empathy in his interactions. Love is the foundation that allows a man to be tough yet tender, authoritative yet understanding, creating a balance that defines his character and influence.
You know how in families, there's typically the one person everybody fears and respects. When they die, there's chaos. And all of a sudden, one person is taking advantage of this person or that person. My mother, her family had some money. The moment her parents died, one of her family members took over all the money and he abused everybody else. He said, "You're not going to get it. I have it now." But when mom and dad were alive, he couldn't do that. The moment they died, he bullied everybody from the money that he got. That money was supposed to go to a few people. He took it all. And he gave crumbs to people. And he became that dictator. "You're lucky I'm giving you this kind of money." No, that was their money. But because the parents didn't put anything on paper, he stole it from everybody. And he could do that. What's the moral of the story? When that alpha, when that leader is not present, bullies show up. So for us, again, like, this is a very chaotic time. I don't know when this is going to be released, whether it's one war or the other war or this or that. We're one or two people away of being offended of World War III getting started. You got 16 million to 18 million people died World War I. 60 million on two. Third one, if we go at this trajectory, could be 200 million. The job that we have collectively is to try to do whatever we can to turn down the temperature, not increase it. If you and your wife get into an argument and you call me and you say, "You won't believe what she said," my job isn't to say, "She said that, Tom? Oh, dude, if she would have said that to me, it's done. Are you kidding me? Doesn't she realize how amazing you are? How lucky she is to have you?" Instead, it's to say, "Tom, come on, bro. She loves you. And you know you love her. She's partly right, bro. I'm gonna take her side. How could you say something like that? You're not on my side, you're on her side." Probably on this one end, but I'm telling you privately, I'd go back and try to make this work. "Screw you, Pat. Totally get it, bro. Let me know if you want to talk later." You get off the phone. I have a job, and it's called Doug. Diffuse, unify, and be the glue. We don't have a lot of Dougs around the world today. We have division today. We have divisiveness today. So, but if there's that one strong personality, leader of the free world, a Churchill, a Reagan, a person you don't want to mess with, the world is typically a safe place.
Bette David begins by emphasizing the need to nurture, rather than diminish, the natural strength in men. He advocates for an approach that recognizes and supports the innate qualities of strength and resilience in men. This nurturing, he argues, is essential for men to effectively navigate and contribute positively to society. He then reflects on the poignant quote about the dangers of exchanging what works for what sounds good. Bette David highlights this as a caution against adopting ideologies and practices that sound appealing on the surface, but may undermine the proven strengths and roles men have historically held. He urges a thoughtful consideration of the consequences of such changes, advocating for a balance that honors both progressive ideals and the innate strengths of men. Further, Bette David focuses on the importance of teaching men to be both strong and adaptable in the face of a challenging world. He stresses the necessity of equipping men with the skills to handle adversity, change, and complexity. This training in strength and adaptability, according to Bette David, is crucial for men to fulfill their potential as leaders, protectors, and innovators in an ever-evolving society.